my fellow Americans, I would like to take the time out to send my deepest condolences to those who've been victim of a tragic event that's happening in our U.S. soil. This includes as well as those who are in law enforcement, Army service, activists, mentors, parents, civilians, pastors, evangelists, freedom fighters, conscious walkers, miracle makers that live and breathe Christ, and our spiritual radical, righteous teachers and students and believers. There's so much going on, and my prayers go out to you, man, woman, and child, and elderly, for when we find a better solution to combat our inner hatred and distrust and mispeace and disharmony that we have faced and challenge have went through for so long, and being within our human errors, a timeline that is set, we have been shackled, chained, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. A being we have to break these bonds and bond ourselves out of bondage to find an absolution, a solution, a righteous and equal and justice cause to voice and help others. For all opinion matters. Skin is only texture, but the content in an individual is where my mindset is to find an absolution. There was a time and space where an individual would meet and greet a person, stranger of all walks of life, explain to them how their day was, if their family was okay, and how they were doing mentally as well as emotionally. Hugs, embrace of careness, act of kindness, being accountable and responsible, gentle manliness, and most of all, being an alpha male. Stood your ground, speak your piece, be responsible, and find an absolution, and have a right to defend yourself as well. And being in that right, we have bent, tilt, extract beyond recognition of abuse power within our human rights, civil rights, constitutional rights, laws of nature rights, law of the orders, law of the lands. We have put ourselves in a position to dispel everything that is just, unjust, to bend for our cause, to fulfill our pride, proudness, ego, and in return, we have built artificial substance that cannot structure to be a foundation to have the next generation or your kids of the future build on and preserve and acquire to represent by representation and move forward to find quality, justice, and meaning. I point no fingers, but I do take the blame for others that are mistakenly or not, who went through injustice or not, and trying to find a way to strengthen and condition our ongoing human errors and to connect and communicate with one another from a spiritual, mental, emotional, or physical accordance. May the core values of everything that you stand for be balanced out. And may the Lord or higher power or what you seek as, what is righteous, fair and balanced and just, not only compromises your soul, but preserves you, consume you, and in return, you become that product of a balanced scale that seeks liberty, that seeks balance, that seeks justice, that seeks righteousness. An ongoing cause that I pray for all of us to have love in our heart and remove hate, suffocate pain, racism, prejudice, privilege, revenge, to be recycled for discipline, obedience, love, honor, respect. Let's be counted and account for. We are all Americans. May you have a clear mind and a clean heart, walk like Christ, and have godly intentions to destroy and rebuild and help those who may not speak, who may not have the force to unite or instruct or even to point out. May we be responsible and accountable. And for those who speak their minds, justify. And for those who find themselves to be destructive, may you be constructive and instruct yourself through a higher power to build, preserve, learn, and help those who are around you and those who will come after you. This is all I ask for, but yet may you practice to be unselfish, selfless. To my fellow Americans, I love you with all my heart. May this message reach, teach, and observe, and walk with an obedience of making a difference, not an indifference. Eternal salvation speaks to you once again. Walk with peace and be in peace.